to the BBC's and Soy. It's now 17:53 GMT, 7 minutes to the top of the hour. And singers come from all walks of life, but even so, it's unusual for a diplomat to turn himself into a part-time singer and then actually make a hit. And yet that's exactly what Gilad Milo has done in Kenya. The former Israeli journalist, diplomat, and now agribusiness executive composed a song in Swahili called Unajua, or Do You Know? It's about an ex-lover, and it actually topped the charts in Kenya. The BBC's Janet Anyango went to meet him in Nairobi.
I'll know when I see you. Nitana in your eyes.
I'm in the home of Gilad Milo in Red Hill Estate, which is on the edge of Nairobi, in what used to be coffee plantations. And so it's a leafy suburb surrounded by trees. It's a beautiful day. Sitting right next to me is Gilad Milo, strumming his guitar. He looks as though he would be right at home in an office in a suit and tie, giving instructions or attending board meetings, which is, of course, what he did for a long time and which he continues to do largely. But there's another side to this gentleman, a more musical side, and that's what I've come to talk about with him today.
I've been around music all my life. Intuitively, I like to sing. I enjoy music.
You were in a choir when you were younger?
I was in a boys' choir as a kid. I performed rock with a high school band called Subliminal Sex in high school. Yeah, right. We were 17 years old. And then later at 25 with White Donkey. At the time I had 4 earrings, spiked hair, leather pants. And I tried that for 3 years.
I believe it. And if to baby.
So how do you then go from being a diplomat in the US to coming back to Kenya and being a musician who sings in Kiswahili?
I left LA and came back to work for Amiran in Balton as business development and PR head for an agriculture/comms company. What got me back into music was actually a chance meeting with a guy who heard me in karaoke and said, there's a few of us jamming at the Kenya National Theatre. And so I went, found myself singing No Woman, No Cry, Bob Marley, Redemption Song, just having fun and enjoying music. The next time I went to a bar where there was a live band, happened to be the band I stayed with for 4 years. It's Calabash Band, a historically established band in Kenya, which has produced many lead singers. Finally now, including me, and it was never expected, but I started singing cover songs with Calabash, never made any money, just for fun. And about 2 years in, I began to play with Ali Kiba's Cinderella, Tanzanian bonga music.
That's right.
I began to play with Kidum's Haturudi Nyuma. Kidum is from Burundi but Kenyan in Swahili. And songs that I connected to and learned the meanings of the words so I could understand what they were singing and began to cover them by myself with a band. Eventually it led to, let me play with my own lyrics and see if I can write a song. It only happened after I realized I had some lyrics that I realized that I was actually writing Unajua. Kind of stumbled into the process. I never even crossed my mind to record it.
Really? You were writing
for?
a song that you were not going to record?
What for? I'm at the time 43 years old, corporate executive, third career, living expatriate in Kenya. I've got a 17-year-old son who has more chance of being a musician than I do, yeah? It festered in my mind, and I walked into the studio, and the rest, as they say, is history, I had a girl walk up to me in the shopping mall and sing fluently and wonderfully Sema Milele. And it's really, really cool.
A man of many talents there, a journalist, diplomat, an agribusiness executive and singer with something to prove. Gilad Milo there, and ending that report by Janet Onyango in Nairobi. A recap of our main